Dear Dave's Killer Bread, I have to thank you because for years you were my splurge loaf in the regular grocery store. I happily paid almost $10 because the ingredients looked like actual food and not something requiring a chemistry degree. I always cringed, though, a little at the word killer because my spirit likes happier names. But the bread itself was a standout. Then Big Food entered the chat. Suddenly, I started seeing canola oil and other mystery guest showing up on the ingredient list. Ironically, the killer bread finally became, well, killer bread. I considered staging a dramatic protest in the bread aisle by pulling loaves off the shelf and stomping them like grapes. Instead, I chose peace. I bought flour. Now I'm baking Parker House rolls, homemade bagels, lemon bread. And I'm attempting sourdough starters in my kitchen laboratory. And Jennifer, I will be sending you a ginger mama starter, okay? I'll keep you posted. But back to my message to you, Killer Dave. I almost called you Killer Mike. Killer Dave's bread, you did not lose a customer. So I want to thank you because you accidentally created a bread baker. Love, a former customer, currently following the breadcrumbs home. And I love your messages, okay? Here's one from Linda. She says, "There's always Ezekiel bread, freezer aisle." And I told her I never felt holy enough for Ezekiel bread. And Valerie says, Dave's was bought out by a big company, just like so many of the great cottage industry products we supported and trusted. I told her, yes, I read about it after noticing the ingredient changes. There is a silver lining, however. They have made their beds. Big Food. And Juan said, I'm trying to get that image out of my head of you stomping bread in the aisle. And I told Juan, seriously, I can't tell you how many times I had to pray for the intrusive voices to shut up and stop me from pulling the bread off of the shelves and stomping them like grapes. I don't know, I get so mad when I'm in the supermarket. It's like I feel like the supermarket is rage baiting me with the ingredients, okay? And Lauren is saying, and did you know that you can buy Italian flour on Amazon? They don't spray the wheat with glyphosate in Italy. Thank you, Italians. And I said, what? I love that. Thanks. Someone just suggested another flour called Cairn Springs Mills. Oh well, the food companies have been the inspo. They have. They've been the inspo for all of this great stuff that we're discovering. Because people are telling me about other sources of flour from small companies, and I love it. So Lauren says, yes, there's some small family farms. There you are, where you can buy good flour. That's what she's saying as well. And I think it's awesome. Thank you. And for everybody else who shared their, wisdom and input about flour and bread. I want to thank you, and I will be hanging out with you soon. I've been missing you for live streams. We're going to do that really soon, but it's been a lot going on. Great stuff, right? Great stuff. Jubilee. The breadcrumbs home. All right. We are following the breadcrumbs home. All right. Thank you.